Jai Hind everyone. So today we start some questions based on differentiability. Uh, so write it. If fx is equal to x square plus 3x plus a. Fx is equal to x square plus 3x plus a for x less or equal to 1 and bx plus 2 x greater than 1. X greater than 1 is differentiable function then find the values of a and b. Then find the values of a and b. So here it is given the function is differentiable at x is equal to 1. At x is equal to 1. So you have to find the value of b, a and b. So that is similar question. Here it is given it is differentiable. So no doubt it is continuous at a point 1, and so you applying the condition of continuity. Write it. Fx is differentiable at x is equal to 1. So fx is continuous at x is equal to 1. So it is continuous at x is equal to 1. So applying its condition, limit x tends to 1 plus fx is equal to limit x tends to 1 minus fx is equal to f of 1 is equal to f of 1. All the three values are equal. So limit x tends to 1 plus. 1 plus means x is greater than 1, and for x greater than 1 the value of function is bx plus 2. Bx plus 2. So here you write bx plus 2 and is equal to limit x tends to 1 minus, and here you can write x square plus 3x plus a, and here you have f1. The value of f1 is to be obtained where the function is defined for x is equal to 1. So here you see that at x is equal to 1 the value of the function is x square plus 3x plus 1. So the value of f1 is obtained by putting x is equal to 1 here. So here you can write 1 plus 3 plus a. 1 plus 3 plus a is the value of f1. Okay, that means 4 plus a. Now here you simplifying its limit, so that can be written as b plus 2, and here you have yes 4 plus a, and is also equal to here 4 plus a. So from this equation you find the value of b. So the value of b can be written as 2 plus a. So the value of b is 2 plus a. Okay. Value of b is equal to 2 plus a. That is your first equation. Now here you already here it is given the function is differentiable at x is equal to 1. So you applying the concept of differentiability means RHD and LHD both are equal. Okay. So you use equation 1 on that equation. You write here since sorry you can write in this way because you already mentioned here fx is differentiable at x is equal to 1. So you can write now right hand derivative is equal to left hand derivative. Okay. So limit x tends to 1 plus fx minus f1 divided by x minus 1 and is equal to limit x tends to 1 minus fx minus f1 divided by x minus 1. Understand? Now putting the value of f1, sorry, fx. So limit x tends to 1 plus. So value of this limit is what? 1 plus means x is greater than 1, so you can write bx plus 2. So here you have bx plus 2 minus, and here you have f1, and the f1 is obtained from this, means where it is the function is defined for x is equal to 1, so from this value. So here the value of f1 is 4 plus a, so the value of f1 is 4 plus a. Okay, and here you can write limit x tends to 1, here x minus 1, and the value of fx in this case is x square plus 3x plus a minus, you can write 4 plus a, 4 plus a, okay, upon x minus 1 is there. Okay, so in this way you can find its value. Now in equation 1 you already find the value of that means b. So what is that value? Please told me, anyone. So the value of a is equal to a plus 2. क्यों बेटा b की वैल्यू क्या निकाला गया था?
2 plus.
b is equal to a plus 2.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So putting here b is equal to a plus 2 from equation 1. So if you are putting here, so you have limit x tends to 1 plus, here you have x minus 1, and the value of b is equal to a plus 2. So you write a plus 2 into x plus 2 and minus 4 minus a, and here you can solve it. So if you are putting, means that x is to be eliminated here. So just to check it, a is cancel out. So limit x tends to 1 minus, and here you have x minus 1, and x square plus 3x. Okay, and just you simplifying, so a and a is cancel out, and here you have minus 4, here you have minus 4. In this way you have your result. Now simplifying that one, so if you simplifying here, you have limit x tends to 1 plus, here you have x minus 1, and just you multiplying it, so here you have ax plus 2x, ax plus 2x, and minus 2 minus 2 minus a, minus 2 minus a, and here if you are factorizing it, x tends to 1 minus, here you have x minus 1, understand, and yes, the factor of 4 in such a way you have 3, so 4 1 ja 4, so your factor is x plus 4 into x minus 1, x plus 4 into, just to see it is correct, yeah, so x plus 4 into x minus 1, so x minus 1 is cancel out. Okay, now here you take common, a is common, and here you take 2 common in between them. So that we written as limit x tends to 1 plus, here you take a common, so you have x minus 1, and plus 2 common, so again you have x minus 1 upon x minus 1, and this side you have 5, this side here you have 5, and taking x minus 1 common, so x tends to 1 plus, x minus 1 common, so here you have a plus 2 into x minus 1 is equal to 5, so x minus 1 is also cancel out. So here you have x tends to 1, and you see that here there is no any terms of x, so the value of limit is same, so you can write a plus 2 is equal to 5 or a is equal to 3. So here you have a is equal to 3. Now putting the value of a in first equation, you have the value of b. So check it. So the value of b, yes, write it here. So 1 implies value of b is equal to a plus 2, so that is 5. So a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 5 is your answer. So sometimes such type of questions are asked in your board exam. Okay. So, so I think all you are comfortable to solve such type of question.
Yes, sir.
ओके बेटा, तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन पे आप सबको प्रैक्टिस रखना है कि हाउ यू चेक इट्स डिफरेंशियबिलिटी, कैसे आप डिफरेंशियबिलिटी चेक करते हो, एंड इफ इट इज गिवन द फंक्शन इज डिफरेंशियबिलिटी, हाउ यू फाइंड द अननोन क्वांटिटी फ्रॉम देयर. ओके, now your next topic is completely simply here differentiation. So for differentiation you have a lot of that means you know about that formula, and that formula is frequently used by you in class 11. Understand? So here just I give you that means some list of all that formula of differentiation which you study in class 11. You note it, and then all we are studying about the chain rule. You also applying chain rule in class 11, uh, and then we solve here your differentiation part. Okay, so you write here. There are so many formulas, so which you noted here. So d by dx, you know all that things. D by dx of x to the power n is equal to n x to the power n minus 1. N x to the power n minus 1. Understand? And uh, with the help of this formula, you have generally means a term of 1 by x is already, that means in most of the questions, there be a need of 1 by x. So the differentiation of 1 by x is equal to minus 1 upon x square. Minus 1 upon x square. So if you learn this one, your speed is your speed become that is fast. Okay, so d by dx of 1 by x is equal to 1 upon x square. So if you are not known this formula, then what you do? So 1 by x can be written as x to the power minus 1, and then you applying this formula, simplifying it. So one or two steps, after one and two steps, by using one or two steps, you are getting this one. So you learn it. Differentiation of 1 by x is equal to minus 1 by x square. Okay, and here d by dx of root x, that is also very important. So d by dx of root x is equal to 1 upon 2 root x. 1 upon 2 root x, you learn this one also. Okay, so all that are depend upon the formula of x to the power n. Understand? And yeah, come to next one. D by dx of mod x. D by dx of mod x is equal to x upon mod of x. X upon mod of x. You learned this one also. And d by dx of e to the power x is equal to e to the power x. D by dx of a to the power x is equal to a to the power x log of a. Here base is e. And just you listen here, all the log, you know, all the log in calculus have base e. So if you have any function of log whose base is not e, then first of all you convert that log in base e, then you are able to differentiate it. And you note that formula also. So d by dx of log of x is equal to 1 upon x. So if you write here d by dx of log x is equal to 1 upon x, so it is understood that its base is e base. Okay, so you write here e base, and d by dx of log x base e is equal to 1 by x. Understand? Now, if you have means any function which have no any minimal uh, base is other than e, so in that case you have to convert that means, yeah, just you write that conversion here. So if you have in this way any function log a base b, understand, log a base b, and if you want to convert it in base e, so what you do, you have to write log a upon log b. You have to use this formula. So in this way, means the base is not mentioned in the function in calculus. So you already understood that, oh yes, its base is already e. But if there is any other base, means a base other than e, so that base is already mentioned. So if other bases are there, so you, by using this property of log a base b is equal to log a upon log b, you can very easily convert it in e base and then applying your result. Okay, so you note this one. Okay, and yes, and you also know d by dx of any constant number is equal to 0. Any constant number is equal to 0. So all that formula are used as that means algebraic function. Okay, now for trigonometric function, you know d by dx of sine x is equal to cos x, and d by dx of cos x is equal to minus sine x. D by dx of tan x is equal to sec square x, that is sec square x. D by dx of sec x is equal to sec x cosec x, sorry, sec x tan x, sec x tan x, and d by dx of cot x is equal to minus cosec square x, and d by dx of cosec x is equal to minus cosec x cot x, minus cosec x cot x. So all that are the list of formula which you learn and study in class 11. है ना? And also two more formulas are also there, and that is known as product rule and quotient rule. Product rule and quotient rule. So you note all that one also. Okay, note it. So if you have any that means function in a form of product, so you can write it as dx d by dx of f into g. Suppose here you have two function f and g that be in a form of product. So how you learn this formula? So you write first function d by dx of second. You learned in this way also. Yes, first function d by dx of second plus second function d by dx of first, d by dx of first. So in this way you can learn it. So there be the less chances of mistake to do in any question. So first function differentiation of second plus second function differentiation of first, and the quotient rule is d by dx of f upon g, and here g function is not equal to 0. So in that case what you do, in denominator you have to write the square of denominator, means g square, and in numerator part you can write denominator d by dx of numerator, means d by dx of f minus numerator into d by dx of denominator, d by dx of denominator. So you can learn it in this way, either in the form of numerator and denominator. So that is means you are not make a mistake in this way. Means you have to learn in this way. In denominator you have to write square of denominator, and in denominator numerator part first you write denominator and d by dx of numerator minus numerator d by dx of denominator. Understand? So this formula is also means this one. So that is known as quotient rule, and here you have product rule. So here you have a list which you already know. So that is only for recall all that things. I give you a list of this formula. But here in our syllabus, means in class 12th, you are studying about the chain rule. Actually, chain rule is what? Chain rule is the derivative of composition of function. Composition of function, because one of the property of derivative, if f and g are differentiable function, then fog is also differentiable. Then fog is also differentiable. Understand? Means f of g is also differentiable function. Okay, so how you find here you have a, that means result fog is also differentiable, but how you find its derivative? So the process in which you can find the derivative of composition of function is also known as chain rule. That is also known as chain rule. Just to, if you are, that means mm, going through the definition of chain rule, just to think about it, suppose if you have any function f and g are two functions, and if you want to take the derivative of any function, fog of any function, means here f and g both are the function of x, but your aim is to find the d by dx of fog. So what you do in that case? So first of all, here you see that your function is fgx, f of gx. Understand? So first of all, here you take the derivative of f of gx of fog. F of gx of fog means you have to take the derivative of complete function with respect to this one fog here gx, means you have to differentiate it with respect to gx, and then d by dx of gx, and then d by dx of gx. So here you see that the complete situation, here your right side, which you applying there, is in a form of product, means in a same sequence you have to take the product of the derivative. That's why it is known as chain rule. That's why it is known as chain rule. So you write here chain rule, chain rule. Okay, yeah, note it. That is chain rule. So in case of chain rule, here that is also known as the derivative of composition of function. Means suppose if you want to find the derivative of fog, so what you do, you have first of all you differentiate the complete function with respect to gx, means second function, and then you derivative that second function with respect to x also, with respect to x also. So that is known as a chain rule. For example, suppose I'm going through the complete rule as per rule we here we discuss, and also we trying to simplifying all that means questions in direct method also, direct method also, understand? And one of the method is also means substitution method. So that type of method are quite lengthy, and means here you solve the differentiation, means take the derivative of any given function in one or two lines. But if you that means applying the method in a proper way which are given here, so it is so lengthy, it becomes lengthy. Understand? So you are trying to uh, find the derivative of any given function in alternative method or direct method. Understand? So first you check it one by one. Suppose I give you some example. Suppose if you have any function y is equal to sine x square plus 1. Suppose if you have any function y is equal to sine x square plus 1. So and your aim is to find the dy by dx. Your aim is to find the value of dy by dx. Means what? You have to find the derivative of function with respect to x. Or in other word, you can also say that find the differential coefficient of function with respect to x, or differential coefficient of y with respect to x. So there are many ways that can be asked. Okay, so how you find it? Just you see this function sine x square plus 1 is a composition of function. So what are that composition? Means one of the function is sine x and the other function means the value of gx is here x square plus 1, x square plus 1. So if you applying that complete result means y complete function, if you want to find the derivative of this complete function and you applying here this rule, so what is that? So just you see here you can apply right here dy by dx, and that is equal to d by dx square plus 1 of sine x square plus 1. First of all you can write in this way, means here what you write, d by x square plus 1 of sine x square plus 1 into d by dx of x square plus 1. D by dx of x square plus 1 you can write in this way. I mean this is the proper way, understand? Or just you see here you have just if you are that in seeing that one, so you know this is in a form of sine x, and you know the formula of sine x is what, cos x. And here you see that x is here in place of x, here you have x square plus 1, and the same x square plus 1 is also here. So this complete result is in a form of the derivative of sine x with respect to x, means the derivative of sine x with respect to x, and here you have the derivative of sine x square plus 1 with respect to x square plus 1. So your result is what, cos x. So you can write cos of x square plus 1, cos of x square plus 1, and here if you are differentiating it, so d by dx of x square is equal to 2x, and the differentiation of 1 is equal to 0, and that is your answer. So if you are write it in simplified way, so you can write d 2x into cos x square plus 1, that is your final answer. So if you are seeing here how many steps here you applying, 1 2 3, then you will have your answer. So that part, that is known as chain rule, that is known as chain rule. Okay, so yeah, in the same way the same question is to be obtained by other method also. So how you solve बेटा इसको नोट कर लिया आपने?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beta. So if you that means write the same question in other method, so just to see that also, means here I give you three method to find the derivative of the function, but uh, last method is your very easy and quickly that means soluble method. No, means you can applying that method to getting your result very quickly, understand? So in practice you trying to solve in practice by the third method, no need to applying that means first method or the second method which I discuss here, but you have to know what are the, so how you, that means here you have to know the importance of that method. So just you see here, suppose if you have the function like that, and here how you solve it, so here you assume x square plus 1 is equal to u, means here you assume like that, let u is equal to x square plus 1, u is equal to x square plus 1. So your function become y is equal to sine u, and u is equal to x square plus 1, x square plus 1, understand? So just you see here you have y which is a function of u, so here you find the value of dy by du. What you find? Dy by du. So the derivative of sine u is in terms of u, means with respect to u is what? Cos u. So here you can write cos u, and here you take du by dx. So if you are taking here du by dx, so here your result is 2x. Or are you getting? Means the differentiation of x square is 2x, and that 1 is 0. So here you have 2x. So in this way, you have the value of dy by du and du by dx. Understand? So your aim is to find the value of dy by dx. So dy by dx is equal to dy by du into du by dx into du by dx. So here you see that the product are taking in such a way that du is cancel out, and finally you have dy by dx. Understand? So putting its value, so here you have cos u and here you have 2x. So putting the value of cos u, so you have cos 1 plus x, sorry, x square plus 1 into 2x, x square plus 1 into 2x. So this is your another method to find its derivative of the function by using chain rule. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that method is also lengthy. अब मैं जो बताने जा रहा हूं बेटा, उस मेथड को जरा ध्यान से समझो, क्योंकि आपको क्लास 11 के सारे फार्मूले हम ये मान के चलेंगे कि आ रहा है, ठीक। और मैं जो अब ट्रिक बताने जा रहा हूं, अब उस वो सब अप्लाई करो और उस पे हम लोग प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, ठीक है। ये बात है थ्योरी की बात, एक कंसेप्ट लेने की बात कि व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय चैन रूल, या व्हाट क्या है चैन रूल। तो चैन रूल कुछ है नहीं, यही है चैन रूल, इसी को आप चैन रूल बोलते हो। और इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज दैट मीन्स डेरिवेटिव ऑफ कंपोजिशन ऑफ फंक्शन। ओके, नाउ कम टू द पॉइंट। अभी इसको मैं बता रहा हूँ, इसी की मेथड पे मैं आपको कई क्वेश्चन करवाऊंगा प्रैक्टिस के लिए, और आप देखो ना, खुद ही आप सीख जाओगे चैन रूल है क्या। ओके, सो हियर नाउ मींस थर्ड मेथड, हियर you have y is equal to sin x square plus 1. So first of all, you see your function, given function, very carefully and check it in which form it is. आप ये चेक करो कि वो किस फॉर्म में है। तो अगर हम जो ही इसको देखेंगे तो हम तो यही बोलेंगे कि दिस इज इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ साइन एक्स। आप x के रिस्पेक्ट में डिफरेंशिएट करना है आपको, तो हमेशा आप x से ही कंपेयर करोगे। अंडरस्टैंड? अगर आप इसको t के रिस्पेक्ट में डिफरेंशिएट करना होता, सो व्हाट यू आर सेइंग दैट इट इज इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ साइन t। साइन t, इफ अगर आपको इसको v के रिस्पेक्ट में डिफरेंशिएट करना है, so what are you saying, this is in a form of sin v, but here you have to differentiate it with respect to x, so you are compare it with what, sin x. This function is in a form of sin x. तो जब आप ये बोलते हो ना कि this is in a form of sin x, so you applying the formula of sin x as it is, means the derivative of sin x is cos x, so you write it here cos x directly, means cos and the term which is in place of x, so you write as per the given function. And then in a product you have to differentiating again those function which is in place of x, which is in place of x. So if you are saying that it is in a form of sin x, so no doubt in place of x here you have x square plus 1. So you have to differentiate that function again in a form of product, in a form of product. Getting my point?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है बेटा, ये सब आप 11th में यूज किए, ऐसा नहीं है कि ये एकदम नया चल रहा है आपके लिए, इसीलिए बताते हैं वहां पर भी कि थोड़ा सा फैमिलियर रहो, है ना। ओके, सो अप्लाइंग इट, yes, you can write it in one line if you are in, that means if you are in practice, no need to explain about it, mean because ये क्वेश्चन आपको एग्जाम में एक मार्क्स में भी नहीं पूछने वाला है, that is only for practice point of view. आप बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन पे प्रैक्टिस करोगे तब एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आएगा, फट से कर ले जाओगे, बात ये होती है बेटे इसमें। ओके, सो dy by dx is equal to, this is in a form of sin x, so applying its formula, so you can write cos of x square plus 1, cos of x square plus 1 into d by dx of that function which is in place of x, so you have x square plus 1, x square plus 1, and differentiate it. So cos x square plus 1 into differentiation of x square is 2x and 1 is 0. So that is your answer. That is your answer. Any doubt? Okay. So I think everyone know about the chain rule.
Yes.
सबको समझ में आ गया बेटा? चलो.
Yes.
चलो अब इस पे हम आपको डिफरेंट टाइप के जरा क्वेश्चंस अपने मन से दे रहे हैं समझने के लिए कि कैसे आपको इसको हैंडल करना है. सपोज and here you applying chain rule, है ना? So suppose if you have any other example, y is equal to tan square under root x. Suppose if you have a function y is equal to tan square root x. Clear? No, you know one thing more here. If you have a function and that function have any powers or any radical sign, so first of all that complete function is to be treated as x to the power n. तो अगर आप इसको पढ़ते हो ना तो क्या इस रूट एक्स के पास तो आप बाद में पहुंचते हो. आप इसको पढ़ो जरा क्या बोल रहे हो. y is equal to tan स्क्वायर. आप पहले स्क्वायर बोल देते हो, रूट एक्स बाद में बोलते हो बेटे. ऐसा तो नहीं बोलते कि y is equal to tan root x स्क्वायर. ऐसा तो बोलते ही नहीं हो. You read it as y is equal to tan square root x. Means first of all you have to treat that function as x to the power n. As x to the power n. So if you are saying that this is in a form of x to the power n, so which function is in place of x? Which function is in place of x? Told me. If you are saying it is in a form of x to the power n, so what is in place of x here?
10.
Tan root x. The complete tan root x is in place of x. So again you have to differentiate tan root x, but tan root x is not exactly tan x. That is in a form of what? Tan x. So you applying